What's happening? I'm Iron Man from the music group theLottory, Showtime Records. You know who I am and you know what I does. I represent them Los Angeles Lakers for life. Hence the banner to my side. All you Dallas Mavericks fans out there, hey man, these are rough times that you're going through. Saw this game, Mavericks versus the Pistons. Well, I guess it was actually the Pistons against the Mavericks because the Mavs were at home. Man, before I get to the Mavericks, hey, make sure y'all subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you're alerted every time there's a brand new video. You can also follow me on Twitter on my 2 Twitter handles. If you want to support the channel financially, make sure and donate $1 to the Cash App. The link is in the description box. As always, leave lots of comments. Share at your heart's desire. But talking about these Detroit Pistons, man, I feel like I'm talking about the Mavs because they're trash. They're trash. That's why I didn't want to get too excited talking about the Mavs because they got that dub, playing against, and that's all important right now because they don't have a first round draft pick, so there's no reason to tank. So you might as well try to go ahead and make the playoffs in what should be Dirk's last season. So man, every win is extremely important, even in the midst of looking for potential deals to make the team better. Man, the Pistons just are not good. I know Blake Griffin's got to be real upset right now because he went ahead and talked to owners and he signed that new 5-year deal and whatnot. And man, with the Clippers, and then they were like, yeah, man, you're our future, you're our cornerstone guy, and then they traded him to the Detroit Pistons. And the Pistons just aren't good. They've got a bunch of guys that just aren't producing. And man, like, shout out to Ish Smith. I mean, he's injured right now, get well soon, but he's like one of the 3rd best player on their team, and that's a problem. That is not good. Stanley Johnson is he's that promising rookie forward from like a couple years ago. I mean, they played against the Cavs in the playoffs, and he was playing LeBron to almost a standstill. He was holding his own, and then he's just, I don't know what happened to this guy, man. Having Dwayne Casey come over, and man, he is just falling totally off a cliff. Man, speaking of falling off a cliff, Reggie Jackson, he was poised for stardom. He was a backup for Russell Westbrook in OKC, and Russell Westbrook got injured a couple times, and he took over starting, and man, he performed so well. They was like, wow. He was like, man, we can't afford to keep you here, man. He signed a deal and moved on to Detroit, and he's just been injured a lot ever since then, and he's just not this man. Now you got Andre Drummond. I mean, he's improved his skills. I mean, did you see some of them plays he was making? His ball handling is really nice. He's got a lot of agility. He's not just some big clunking, plodding big man over there. So, man, Blake Griffin, he's been balling out. He's been balling out, and he's got basically no help except for Andre Drummond. And like, man, he's got no perimeter help whatsoever. Ish Smith is okay sometimes. Man, shout out to you, Blake Griffin. This was like the perfect game because it gave me the impetus to go ahead and put out a new trade video. It gave me the idea for it. It's like, what if, because I know they're asking for a lot, Mavericks management, for Dennis Smith Jr. They're asking for a whole lot, but he hasn't been on the court, for a while, so his value isn't that high. But man, what if they're not able to secure a good enough trade that they believe in? What if they have to stick with him throughout and still try to make the team better? That is the concept that I'm going with this new trade that I've gotten. I will be dropping a video later on today. I just have to go to sleep. I just have to go to sleep in the meantime, because in between hooping and practicing, man, it's a lot. But I gotta catch a few Z's, and I'll be right back to drop that video. And it's good. It's good, man. I believe the fortunes of the Mavs will be turned around, and they will be very much brighter for the future. I think everyone will agree once you see the video, but tune in for that a little bit later. But man, Andre Drummond was pretty good. He was pretty good, a good sidekick. They had nobody else except, I think, for Bruce Brown. He's a rookie, I think, out of Miami. And he went with like 3 for 3. And I'm saying he was like the third guy. They were trash, man. Man, Blake Griffin is already frustrated, because like the last game that they won, he was like, oh man, nobody's focused on the team. And then Reggie Jackson with his cornball self, he came in, I guess he didn't realize that old boy was frustrated. He came interrupting, posing, and said, oh my bad Blake, I didn't know you was over doing the interview. He was like, man, he was so mad, he was frustrated. Add him to the list of frustrated players. But on to these Dallas Mavericks. I'm going to make this quick because enough has already been said about these guys. Man, Dennis Smith Jr., just like I said before, he's an exciting player. He's got a flair for the dramatics, and he's super fast. Like one of the fastest guys I've ever seen. Man, his alley-oops are on point. They look, man, he's a guy who can put butts in the seat, and he can provide something no one else on the team can. Excellent day. Too many turnovers, but that's to be expected, especially when you're a young guard, fresh into the league in his second year. So, but man, overall, he shot like 56% from the field. I mean, so I'm not mad. He's got 17, 19 points, something like that. Hey, look, listen. Hey, he balled out today. I'm not mad at that at all. Luka Doncic, this guy flirted with a triple-double. I mean, he's been playing off the ball these last couple of games so they can, let Dennis Smith Jr. Fill in nicely, at the point guard spot, and he's doing his thing. In the last few games, he hasn't been shooting well, especially from 3. He only shot like 33% today, but man, he had like 30-some points, had like 8 rebounds, 8 assists. He did lead the team in turnovers with 4. But man, he shot a pretty good amount, over like 45%. I'm not mad, man. Luka showed out. I'm sure he was upset that he wasn't elected as a starter, for the All-Star team. But he didn't. He didn't have a better season than Paul George. He hasn't. I mean, he's got a lot of votes, but the media and the players are going to vote, and he just didn't have this, especially on that team with a losing record. He's just not going to. He's got the votes from the fans, but not from the media and not from the players. That evens it out, because they don't want people like Zaza Pachulia, making the damn All-Star team, because it's ridiculous, okay? The fans just vote, yeah! I mean, DeMarcus Cousins hadn't played a game all year, and he was like 10th in the voting. That's absurd. That is absurd. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to put out a video about my full roster, my picks for the All-Star game, and I'm pretty sure Luka's going to be on there, but you'll have to just tune in and see that a little bit later.
The Mavericks look to start a winning streak after the return of Dennis Smith Jr. Good pass from DeAndre Jordan. He has a tendency to have a lot of turnovers, but that was a good pass on that play, and great cut by Luka Doncic. Also a good play run. Oh my God, look at that. The way to push the ball ahead, Dennis Smith Jr. I'm saying he's got talent that people don't really notice because he doesn't get hyped up as much. Oh, good pass to Powell from Luka Doncic. Way to cut cut in. When you got somebody that's willing to pass the ball, people will be willing to cut in. Good pass. They say Dennis Smith Jr. can't get assists, can't pass to nobody. Looked like a good pass to me, and a knockdown by Luka Doncic. Come off the screen and roll. Wow. Zaza up a cheap shot. This guy refuses to go out there to the three-point line. Gave him that wide open three. Oh, and then it's through the legs and step back. Got him from Luka Doncic. He's starting to feel it. He's been kind of off from three-point land the last few games, but he seems to be feeling it tonight. Oh, when you knock down a couple of shots on offense, that defense starts to step up. Oh, and look at the pass. Now you're sharing the ball. Oh, this is Dorian Finney-Smith. That's my guy. He needs to get more minutes after we get rid of Harrison Barnes. Oh, he's got him in a spin cycle. One rookie to another. Luka takes advantage of him, puts him to wash. Oh, look at this. Too easy, too big, too strong, too good. Luka Doncic working his way into the paint. Again, y'all gonna single cover me? Okay. I don't even know who that guy is. Lure? I don't know exactly what his name is, but it doesn't matter because Luka's too good for him. Oh, way to keep your hands up so you can save the ball. Look at this. See, on this play, that was a good pass to Kleber, but he missed Dennis Smith Jr. Dennis Smith Jr. was open on the break for that alley-oop. He should have made that pass, but at least it turned out all right. Oh, turn around, wet. Oh, Stanley Johnson, he's like, wow.
But he had a fantastic game, flirting with a triple-double, played within the role, the confines of the team. I'm not mad at him at all. I mean, he did his thing, and he's clutch at the end of the game with that man that turnaround, hit right on Stanley Johnson's eye, and then shook his head. Yeah. Beasting with that. And then Kleber was good off the bench. This new trade that I've got, I'm not going to say whether Kleber's still going to be there or not, but I do know he had a good game. Powell had a good game. Dorian Finney-Smith, they all played very well off the bench. Dirk, he's in the midst of his farewell tour. He was not good. 0 points in 10 minutes. It's okay. I'm not mad at him. Man, do your thing. Just try to hit one. Just try to hit one next time. But Devin Harris, he's not on a farewell tour, but it sure seems like it because he played minutes at like 17 minutes at like 0 points or 3 points, something. He went like 1 for 5. Oh my God. Man, he was terrible again. Got to get rid of this guy. I mean, we've been loyal enough. Got to get rid of this guy. Why? Because Jalen Brunson played no minutes. This is stupid. This is beyond stupid. It's been stupid. Carla, man, listen. Get rid of Devin Harris. He's got to go. Tell him when to go. Dom. He's got to go. And I believe this trade that I'm proposing later on will address that. Gotta stay tuned for that. But of course, it wouldn't be a Dallas Maverick video without an episode of the Trash Brothers. And they were a hot garbage today. All three of y'all was straight hot steaming garbage. I'm talking flame on. These guys were the worst of the worst of the worst. Where do I begin? Harrison Barnes. Oh man, what do you have, like 9 points or something like that? This guy went 2 for 10. He went 2 for 10. He shot 20%. That's outrageous. I won't talk about it no more. That's hot garbage. Get him out of here. Let me move on because he sucked. He sucked today. DeAndre Jordan. He tried to come with the fool's gold. Hey man, I know you're still making $23 million. I'm gonna need a little bit more. 13 points and 11 rebounds. And I believe that's what he got. That's not good enough. I thought it was okay. And I was going to give him a pass, say he was average. I think he had like 2 assists, like no turnovers. I was about to say he was average. I'm going to give him a pass. But then I saw that I don't think he had a steal. He might have had one, but I think he had none. And he definitely had 0 blocks. 6'10", like biggest guy on the floor. Once again, 0 blocks, providing no interior defense whatsoever. And it wouldn't be that bad. But Luka had him a block. Luka had him a block. I believe Dorian Finney-Smith had him a block too. I was like, oh, and he came off the bench. Oh, wow, that's interesting. But look, Maximilian Kleber, he had 4 huge, gigantic rejections. And this guy DeAndre Jordan getting $23 million a year. Maximilian Kleber's getting like $1.5 million. DeAndre Jordan getting like $23 million. Get this guy out of here because he is trash. But wait a minute, I mean, as trash as he was, it doesn't even compare. It doesn't even begin to Wesley Matthews, he played a bunch of minutes, 15, 18 minutes. I don't know. Man had 0 points. 0. None. He had as many as Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson didn't play. Gotta see it. Did not play, coach's decision. Outrageous. None. So wow, that makes Dennis Smith Jr. his performance and Luka Doncic's performance that much better. It's like, wow, we're playing with the trashiest trash. Listen, Dennis Smith Jr. almost outscored them. He had like 19. I think they had 22 together. 3 people, the Trash Brothers, had like 22 points. Dennis Smith Jr. had 19. And then, Luka had like 32, 33 points. I mean, outscored 3 people on the team. That is outrageous. And you're telling me Jalen Brunson can't get no minutes? Wesley Matthews, this guy, man, Rick Carlisle, they're going to have to do something about him. It does make sense. Brokoff, he's got a nice stroke, plays within the game. I mean, what? He can't do any worse than Wesley Matthews. Can't do any worse. He scored none. He's not good. Oh man, Harrison Barnes, he only had like 9 points. But listen, I can understand that. Maybe he played stout D, but man, Blake Griffin, he had like 38 or something, like some outright. He was just scoring at will. And if he had any legitimate help over there, oh boy, it could have been a different story about this game. But that's what happened in the game today. But most importantly, it gave me the idea of what to do. I said, man, how can I help out the Pistons? How can I help out the Mavs? How can we make everybody happy for a deal that is likely to get done and make everybody better? At least give them what they're looking for. All I'm looking for is you guys to continue leaving your fantastic comments down in the comment section. Follow me on my 2 Twitter handles. If you haven't already done so, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you'll learn it every time there's a brand new video. I'm Iron Man from the music group The Lottery, Showtime Records. Holla.